I wanted to show you something real quick just because I want you to see how fast it can go. We pruned all the fruit trees last week, cut them back, cut all the branches off that were going out sideways and down. And here in 1 week, I walked back down here this morning with my clippers, this kind of clippers, just to see. And look at this. See this right here coming out the side? That's 1 week. I swear these things can grow. You can almost watch them grow. So what you got to do is just, if you do this periodically, you don't have to do so much at one time. See? And then this one, we don't want that because it's growing out, not up. We want here's another one. So there you go. But they will get away from you. It's much easier to walk down here once a week for just an hour with the clippers and keep them cut, because once they get going, they grow fast. One more short video, and I know sometimes I'm obsessive about some things and sound like a broken record, but it's important for you to remember this. So this row here is the orange trees, the naranja, and I want you to see this one right here in front of me. Now, it is as tall as I am. I should have made this picture in reverse, but anyway, it's as tall as I am. And 1 year ago when I planted it, it was like right here, about 1 meter tall, more or less. So Salvador laughs about it. I can't remember the Maya word for it, but he says, I make the trees look naked. But this is what you've got to do. At least next year also. And depending on what you need in the way of fruit, maybe even another year, keep this tree growing up. And you can see I've got this one trimmed. It's perfect. This one's trimmed, perfect. The next one, if you can see it, it's perfect. All these orange trees have doubled in size in a year. And you might not know this, but they grow exponentially. So if it doubled in a year, it has the ability next year to be maybe twice this size again, to double again, which would make it maybe 3 or 4 meters tall. And then once you get it up, you don't want these things to get to be, by the way, 10 meters tall, because then you can't reach up there and get the fruit out of them. But a nice orchard tree would be about 4 or 5 meters tall. And these have the ability, because I've kept them pruned, to reach that in probably 2 years. I'm anxious to see what they're going to look like for you in a year. But it takes diligence. You just have to keep coming, because as I showed you in a video a minute ago, I can come back to this tree in a week and it'll have some branch growing out here. Have to lop it off. So bear with me. I'm only telling you this because I desire your good. But this is what a well-groomed tree should look like now. And we'll let it get bigger and start filling out in 2 years. But not this year, and really not even next year. And don't worry about fruit next year. Just buy it in the Pueblo. It's cheap. Because the longer you wait, remember what I said, present sacrifice for future gain.